Now, instead of focusing on, hey, what can we do to save the economy, which the Democrats and Biden have basically destroyed, we're all going to be screaming about abortion. And ironically, we're not even going to be screaming about the honest issues related to abortion. We're just going to be screaming whether abortion is legal or not, which again has nothing to do with Roe v. Wade. So now I want to link this to those good liberals, because these are the people now that I focus on them a lot, but really, in some ways, they're going to be the key group now. They're going to be the key group because they've been on their way to going in the right direction, but they might fall back because of abortion. These are the people that Biden needs more than anything else. So you might remember, or no, this is just a few days ago. This is Bill Maher, and I know I play a lot of Bill Maher clips, but I think you get why I do it. This is Bill Maher, who keeps getting sort of most of the things right 2 years late, talking about how bad the Democrats have been on the economy.
I tell you, the Democrats, they are in trouble. The economy shrank the last quarter. We didn't see that coming. And you know, when it shrinks 2 quarters in a row, that's a recession. Plus, we have horrible inflation. Sometimes I get the feeling the Democrats are tanking on purpose to get a better draft pick next year. I mean, inflation, gas, right? And food and rent. Have you seen the price of chimneys? They are through the roof. That joke had been lying around for hundreds of years. Nobody picked it up. I picked it up.
Okay, so you see, he's getting it. There's a lot of bad shit happening, and he's making jokes about it. They got like 20 writers for that chimney joke. Pretty good. Okay, fine. Now, this is the same Bill Maher who unfortunately voted for Biden, encouraged his viewers to vote for Biden. And of course, you may remember this clip that I don't think he wants people to see anymore. This is when that orange man was president, and Maher wanted a recession because that would take out that orange man.
All right, Josh, isn't the Fed cutting rates now just going to make the next economic downturn worse? What's your prediction? I've been hoping for a recession. People hate me for it, but it would get rid of Trump, so you shouldn't hate me for it.
I mean, recessions are really bad. People lose their jobs and their homes, and we shouldn't wish
it's worth it.
But I mean, a recession's always possible. I don't see any particular reason to think that it's likely. I think, you know...
Really? Aren't we overdue for one just by the cycle of economics?
This is such a misconception. People sort of feel like, oh, you know, well, about every 8 years or something you're supposed to have it. Recessions don't come because they're due. Recessions come because there's some sort of overheating, something goes wrong in the economy.
So he wanted a recession when it was going to get rid of the guy that he hated. Then he gets the guy he wants, and we're basically going to have a recession. So once again, you're just always late to the party. And I guess it's easy to call for a recession when you probably have $100 million. I don't know how much he has, but it's more than anyone watching this right now, more than me. So you can weather the storm on a recession. But now they're realizing how bad it is. But that's why this thing with the abortion thing is so nuts, because was the whole machine just handed something that is going to push everybody back into their old way of thinking about everything. So it's like, man, Maher, you're right on inflation. You're right on how bad Biden has been. You're right on free speech with him. You're right on all the woke stuff and CRT and the gender stuff. But is this going to push those liberals back to the left? And the real question is, to go back to his joke, you know, he was basically saying, hey, are the Democrats tanking it so that they can get a better pick in next year's draft? Well, you know what, Bill? And this is the question, man. Okay, let's pretend it's next year's draft. You know what next year's draft is, 2024? It's most likely DeSantis on one side, and it's most likely Kamala on one side, right? Because it's not going to be Biden. So let's say it's DeSantis or Trump or Tim Scott or literally any Republican. Who are you going to vote for? Who are you going to draft? And I know you're going to draft the wrong guy because I basically have given up with you, but I haven't given up on the people that watch you. So that really is the problem. They might be tanking it. They might be tanking it intentionally because I think they want to destroy the system. But are you just going to always make jokes about the things that you helped screw up 2 years later? This is what all the liberals have to figure out.